Hello everyone. I'm recording this video note to explain briefly the portfolio. As you all know, you have to start working with your portfolio in the last week of the course, and probably you have been collecting the samples already and in preparation for the portfolio, which it has to be submitted before the end of the module. It's important that you understand a few things. That's why I am recording this message, because I want to pay special attention to the Polish writing samples only, because I already posted on the news wall of the course a description, a very thorough description of the portfolio, and also in the contents of your course you have. In week 8, you have the learning object entirely devoted to the portfolio. So this is a brief explanation of one of the samples only that you have to collect. But before I go on, I am going to refresh the concept of the portfolio. The question is, why do we keep a portfolio? The portfolio is a place where you are going to collect the sample of that provide evidence of your progress of your work in my class during these 8 weeks. In the portfolio is located in the area of the Dropbox in your D2L, where you collect the samples of your writing and communication sample with the professor and other students. I'm sending the message that you should pick the samples that best represent your work, the work you have done during these 8 weeks. The portfolio is in your Dropbox. In Spanish is in the deberes area in D2L, and you have already collected, you have been writing already the qualitative self-assessment 1 and 2, and then the last self-assessment is the one that has to be handed in the last week of the course. The 3 self-assessments you had to load gradually during the module. In this last section here, over here, you have a link by the name of load here the samples of 2 pre-writing samples, 2 annotated critical reading, 2 polished writing samples, and 2 oral or ED video communication with the teachers or with other students. The pre-writing samples is what you know. Pre-writing goes from outlining, clustering, free writing, or whichever technique you have used in the way to the writing assignments you have handed in already. The annotated critical readings, you know what they are. I already recorded a video for you. If you are in doubt, if you don't remember what they are, the annotated critical readings, you have to go and check the video that's been posted on the news wall. The link, I mean. And the polished writing samples is the one that I want to pay special attention to now, quickly, by showing you one example. And the oral or video communication samples, which are 2 samples, are the audio notes or the video notes that you record to communicate with your partners or with myself during the semester. You know what these samples are. So in total, in this section, you have to load 8 samples. I'm going to pay only special attention only to the polished writing sample, because I want to show you one example from the previous module, and this is my example, the one example I want to share with you. This is a sample from a student in the previous module. As you see here, after you have written your essays and you have submitted your essays, you should be receiving your essay with my notes and corrections. Usually you have lots of corrections and in-text corrections with a symbol of the type of mistake that you have made, or if you haven't received the text with these detailed corrections, at least you have corrections that I write on the side using the Microsoft Word comment option. And here in this example, you see that the student has made a couple of grammar mistakes highlighted in red, and mistakes in the, for example, in the in-text documentation by placing the incorrect comma, separating the name of the author from the page number, And so all these mistakes have been annotated here. So I have annotated the mistakes and made some comments. And so the student, after receiving this sample with the grade and corrections, your job is to make corrections, to fix all the mistakes. And what I wanted you to do was to, in one single Word document, put together both samples, the old corrected, so the old graded essay with my notes and comments, and together with it, the new one with your corrections. Here, if you can check here, the student has corrected all the mistakes, the grammar mistakes, or the mistakes, for example, in the in-text documentation, and all through the works cited. If you recall, I had made a note here saying that in the list of works cited, the student has made a few mistakes, and so you see the corrections are right here. So I want in one single document both the original with my comments and mistakes, because I tend to compare what you received and if you were able to make the corrections as suggested. So this is in a nutshell what you have to do for the polished writing sample, and you have to use the right name, polished writing sample, and then your last name. You have information about the nomenclature in the new section of the course when I posted an original message about the portfolio. So this is, you have to complete the portfolio before the end of the module, and I just wanted to remind you that the portfolio accounts for 20% of your final grade. So this is a heavy weight, so it's important that you work with attention here. If you have a question, I'd be more than happy to help you if you send me an email.